This is week 7, and I am Rita Smith, the coordinator of Career and Transfer Services, and welcome. This week's Transfer 101 conversation is how to effectively manage the to-do list of the transfer process. Start early. Figure out why do you want to transfer. You may want to continue your education, meaning that you want to go on for your bachelor's and master's. The college that you're currently attending doesn't meet your academic or social needs. You want to be in a different area, urban rather than rural. And because we are primarily a junior college, you may want to experience dorm life. And so that's why you would consider transferring to other universities or colleges. Start to put the pieces together. What are the pieces? The pieces are meet with your advisor at the current at CSN, decide which colleges and universities you may want to transfer to, access why you want to transfer. And here, this is where I would make a list as to the reasons, the pros and cons of transferring. Once you do that, I would go back to my advisors, meet with them again, begin your college search. Start to look at the colleges and universities that you want to attend. And I would also look at the ones that you may not want to attend, but they may have your program of interest. Have a look at the cost of tuition, housing, books, as well as where is this college located? How do you get around the campuses? Check out which credits transfer. Start to collect all necessary components for the application. Apply to the college and university of your choice. And after you've made your selection, let's make it official and pay any fees due. Make sure you begin your research. Make a list of what you do or don't want in a college. Use the FastWeb's college search. And the FastWeb is a tool that you can use that can help you in your research. Nevada colleges or university that you may want to consider. I have listed the 3 here: the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada State College, University of Nevada, Reno. All 3 of those colleges or universities have a presence at CSN's campus locations. University of Nevada, UNLV is here. They have a presence at all 3 campuses. That's the address you would use to make an appointment and to meet with their advisors. Nevada State College is here. You want to check in to see what dates they're here on campus. And UNR is also here. You need to always log into their website so that you'll know exactly when they're coming. But UNLV is always here Monday through Friday. And why do you want to transfer to in-state colleges? Because all 3 of these colleges or universities they're within the NSHE system. They have articulation agreements, and they have a transfer agreement already in place. So you would meet with the advisor for those particular schools early so that they can help you map out what you're taking here and how's it going to transfer. That way you won't lose any credits. I have a short video, and it's for 8 tips for community college transfer students.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle Charmaine, for those of you who don't know me already. Today I want to have a college chat with you guys, basically sharing my experiences on transferring from a community college into a 4-year university. I know that there are a lot of high schoolers who just graduated from high school and they're getting ready to enter the adult world as college students, and there are a select few of you who are starting at a community college instead of at a 4-year university. I understand that it's very different. And when I was graduating high school, I felt like a lot of my peers and a lot of my friends were going to 4-year universities, and I had to go to the community college. But my advice to you who are getting ready to start at a community college, to keep pushing forward, and to never give up. Like, you'll get there. You'll get to that university. You'll get to where you want to be. It's just sometimes some people aren't ready, and people like me, I wasn't ready. My parents knew that I wasn't ready. I graduated high school in 2012. I was 17, and I wasn't quite ready to be on my own. I wasn't ready to take on, large responsibilities. And for some parents, they know their children and they know that they aren't ready to go away to college. Just because all of your friends and all of your peers are going to a 4-year university straight out of high school, if your parents are making you stay home to complete 2 years at a community college or a junior college, save money, work, and still go to school. It's nothing wrong with saving a little bit of more money and staying at home for extra 2 years. So let's get right into it. So I have 8 tips that I want to share that will basically prepare you for your community college experience, what to expect, how to go about it, and things of that nature. So the first tip that I have is to basically have a plan. When I say have a plan, I mean know what you want to take up. Even if you go a year without knowing exactly what you want to do or what you want to major in, make sure during that first year you still keep in the back of your mind that your next step is to know what you want to major in. The first year you're basically taking all of your prereq courses, so it still gives you some time to think about what you want to major in. I went in my freshman year as undecided. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do until the following year, which was my second year at the community college. So my second year, I decided that I wanted to take up criminal justice as my major, and from that point on, I started taking criminal justice courses. At that point, I had already completed my prereq courses the year before that. So definitely have a plan. Like I said, do your research, talk to people, and also do your research on exactly what you may want to do. If you want to major in biology, do your research on what to expect, what courses that you have to take, and basically if that's something that you are comfortable with doing or something that you feel you would enjoy. My second tip would be to make a list of schools that you want to transfer to. If you want to transfer to any schools that you have in mind or that you were looking into before you decided that you were going to a community college, make a list of those schools. And I say that because you want to set a goal for yourself to figure out exactly what you want to do after completing your 2 years at the community college. You want to set that goal for yourself. While you're creating a list of those schools, look at the acceptance requirements, look at the requirements that they require for your major, the classes, and the amount of credits that they need to transfer from wherever you're coming from to that 4-year university. My third tip would be to make sure you talk to your advisors and your counselors. And I say this because they will be your best friends throughout the whole 2 years that you will be attending your community college. They will help you figure out what school you want to go to. They will help you figure out what major you want to major in. Make appointments with them on a daily if you have to, so that you can make sure you're up on top of your credits and your requirements to graduate. If you decide that you want to graduate with your associate's degree, or your requirements to transfer, stay on top of that. And by doing that, talk to your advisors and talk to your counselors. My next tip goes into basically staying on top of your game. You want to stay on top of your game because all the credits that you are taking at the community college, they'll count towards your major at the 4-year university that you want to transfer to. So you want to keep a high GPA at all times. It's times where you may slip off or you may fail a class and you have to retake it. That's okay. I'm not condoning failing a class just because. But what I'm saying is make sure you get the help you need. There's tutoring sessions that's on campus that can help you. I was at tutoring probably like 4 to 5 times a week while I was at the community college, even on days that I didn't have classes, because I struggle with math. So I made sure I made my appointments to meet with tutors, and that helped me pass the classes that I struggled in. Whether it was math, whether it was English, they have tutors for every subject. So there's no excuse that you should be failing or your GPA should be below average, because you have all the help that you need at the community college, or even at universities, you still have that help. But in order to transfer to get to the university that of your liking, or the university that you get accepted to, they require a certain GPA, and they also require a certain amount of credits. So you want to be able to pass those classes so that those credits can count, and you want to be able to have a high GPA so that you can get into these schools with flying colors. They won't accept you if you have a low GPA, or if they have a requirement of a 4.0 and you can't even obtain a 4.0. At the community college that I attended, there were about 20 to maybe 30 students in one classroom. It was a smaller, more intimate setting, because once I transferred over to the university, we would have classes in like large lecture halls. It would be students that would range from like 40 to 50 in one classroom. It was, I wouldn't say difficult, but it wasn't as intimate as it was at the community college. So definitely take advantage of your community college experience.
This young lady has actually a very clear ideal of what transferring is about. The reason why I picked her to demonstrate about the transfer experience is because she covered money part of it. She covered why she had to start at the community college, which most of us had to do, myself included. And she talked about the need to keep your grades up. She also talked about the supportive services that the community college as well as the university offers the students. So I thought that was beneficial. Let's hear a little bit more of her.
And my next tip would be to network. Networking is number 5. Networking is very important. At a community college, you want to be able to connect with your professors. I say this because when you connect with your professors, it builds that relationship, so that if you need them for your future endeavors, like you need them to write a letter of recommendation to a university that you want to transfer to, or even your future job, they will be there to help you. Adding on to tip 5 would be to connect with your classmates. They don't bite either. They are just like you. They're trying to pass just like you. Y'all have a lot in common because y'all are sharing the same majors. Y'all will graduate together eventually. So connect with your classmates. If you're missing an assignment, get their number down so that you can hit them up when you are missing class, or when you are missing an assignment, because they will be there to tell you like, okay, you missed this assignment. I'll catch you up on what you missed. My next tip, which is tip number 6, is a community college is a more diverse student body. And I say this because at a university, yes, you will come across adults who have children who are in college who will be in your classes, but these are adults who are already in their career and want to further their career and make more money. Or you may have people who are already in their career but want to obtain a degree because it's just something that they always wanted to do. Another thing that I want to mention is the professors the basically professors are more lenient because of the parents who have children, because they know that children are sick, they know that people have personal lives, so the professors are definitely a lot more lenient than they would be probably at a university. Even for those who are working, for people who are just getting off of work and they may be entering class late, or people who have to leave early because of things that are going on at home, professors are definitely lenient, and they're very, very understanding if you communicate with them what's going on. My next tip would be tip number 7, which is to obtain an associate's degree. You are not going to this community college just to waste your time. You're going to bust your butt, and you're going to obtain an associate's degree. And I say this because an associate's degree is more like a general studies degree. It's considered to be an academic stepping stone towards your bachelor's degree. So Even if you feel like an associate's degree, which nowadays is really not much because I have one and it's just like a high school diploma, but an associate's degree is basically, I obtained one because I felt like I worked hard even when I wanted to give up. I did community college for 3 years. It seemed like it took forever, but I obtained my degree because, first of all, I was credits over. Like, I think at my community college, I had to obtain 90 credits or more in order to obtain my associate's degree. And I think I was past that. So I said, you know what? Why not? It took nothing to just apply, and then it got sent to me in the mail. I didn't walk because I didn't feel like it was that serious. I was going to wait for my 4 year degree for that. But I definitely obtained my associate's degree. The way I look at it, the more degrees, the better. My last tip, which is tip number 8, is to be mindful of the deadlines. I say that because when you are a transfer student transferring out of the community college, you are going to have to go on the website of the school that you want to attend. And even if you have already gotten accepted to that school, you want to go to the website and you have to check for each deadline. You will have to fill out a lot of paperwork. You will have to do a lot of sending stuff off, receiving stuff. So you want to make sure you know when the deadline is for when you have to send your transcript, or the deadline for when you have to have your application in for that school, or the payment, or however, or whatever. But make sure you keep track of the deadlines. The smartest thing to do is to have a planner. Get a planner and write down, this is due by this date, that is due by that date. You want to have that written down. You want to be more organized when you're in the process of transferring, because it's a very difficult process. So make sure you be mindful of the deadlines. Like I said, write them down. And also, when you're reading stuff on these websites, make sure you're clicking on the right stuff. If you're a transfer student, there's a whole different process. It's different from the freshmen that are getting ready to enter. My last tip to you guys would be to just stay focused. Stay focused, get your degree. Like I said, get your associate's degree, do a lot of networking, have a plan, connect with your professors. You are almost there. And even if you are just starting at the community college, you will be okay. It's still college at the end of the day. I went to Gloucester County College, which is now called Rowan at Gloucester County, which connected with my university, which was called Rowan University.
The reason why I showed this young lady is because she actually had a lot of good pointers. She had a lot of good pointers, and she also brought all the pieces together. Start early, look at your college, check out the deadline dates, become a friendly face to the advisors and to the transfer people. And most of all, start asking. You can ask your professors, you can ask the people in the office of admissions, ask questions of everyone, because you'll never know who can help you get to that next step. I've actually put up on the on the PowerPoint, you'll see how to connect with us. Looking at, we have our flip book, which will tell you all the events that Career and Transfer Services is happening. You can schedule a virtual appointment by going to that URL. We have a YouTube channel, and it's CSN Career and Transfer Services. I thought that she actually spoke very well, and she made it a point to keep stressing the grades. And she made it a point that if you happen to do bad in a class, that's okay. Retake it. And so she had lots of good points in her YouTube video. If we have no other questions, I thank you for attending, and you have a great day. Thank you.